Less than 16 hours from now, we will finally get to see the squad Terry Francona will field for his first game as Reds manager. Well, the Reds saw double the trouble yesterday with 2 losses to division rival St. Louis and watched a 5-game winning streak turn into a losing streak quickly. A chance to right their wrongs today and come away with a series split. Looking for a fast start to build some momentum heading into the weekend as Jose Trevino comes through. He takes a 2-run tater into left center field to jump out to an early 2-run lead. Top of 3, same score, Arenado bloops one into the outfield, and Elly De La Cruz with some butterfingers trying to scoop it up. Ball gets away and allows Brendan Donovan to score from first, cards on the board. Mother Nature playing a factor as a rain delay stops the game for over 90 minutes, and it recharged the Reds as Spencer Steer in the bottom of the 4th bullies the baseball out of the park to extend the lead to 5-1. Lindenwood receiver transfer. Jeff Caldwell had a nice touchdown in the corner of the end zone over top of 2 Bearcat defenders. A pass that was thrown by second-string quarterback Brady Lichtenberg. Who's going to be the first to get the 10, teetering around that 500 mark in this early portion of the season? Pitchers today, Emerson Hancock versus Brady Singer, should be a good battle. First pitch starts at 12:40.
Coach, you guys are down 10 coming into the second half. You guys didn't shoot particularly well from the 3, but you are hitting the offensive glass. What are some things you guys want to change in the second half?
You know, I think that obviously shots fall. Sometimes they don't. First half, we go 0 for 6 from the 3. Good shooters doing it. You know, I think we'll get better at that.
What's been the biggest difference when it comes to JUCO to Division I? I know it's only been 1 game, but just what's been the big difference?
I mean, I've been working the whole summer to build my body for this shit. But, you know, physicality and the way everybody runs, yeah.
All right, thanks, Owen.
So you played at Ohio State for 2 years, first year at UC. How's that transition been for you?
Obviously, it means a bit more, you know, me coming to UC and being a Bearcat. It's pretty easy to transition when you have just a great support group around you.
So you played in the Big Ten, playing in the Big 12 now. You were telling differences between the 2 conferences or anything like that?
I definitely think the Big Ten it's very technical. They are all gonna just play. And I think the Big 12 is definitely, you have a more physical aspect. So, you know, people are gonna get really scrappy, and it can be more of like a direct game, I think, in the Big 12 as well, but it's just as competitive and the talent is just as high.
How would you describe yourself as a player, like your play style and everything else?
Coach Jordan Bishel here. Guys had your, fall scrimmage and everything else. How do you feel like that went today?
It was all right. We're making progress. Obviously, we're not going to look the way we want to look in May quite yet, but we had some energy. We got some guys that are throwing the ball pretty well. It was good to have a great group of students out here, so nice day for it, and we're just working to get better.
Second year in the Big 12. What are you guys looking to improve on this season?
I think our depth is better. We just have more guys that can really compete at this level. We have a lot to build off of from last year. We had a really successful year. I think repeating it is just a good first step, and we're going to try to do that.
I got to ask, if someone somehow takes a yard out of here, you're going to give them a chance? What's going on?
We got to talk to the NCAA about that one. We're the sport with a roster limit, but we'll have to keep an eye on them, right?
With you being a junior, you had a lot of success earlier on in your career. What are you going to look for in, leadership aspects now that you've got a couple years under your belt?
Yeah, like you said, I have a couple years under my belt. Like, I was introduced to leadership my freshman year, just being in the conversation. So, in leadership, we meet with the coaches 2 times a week. We read special books about leadership. So I've learned so much, and just as far as leadership goes into the season, I'm just going to try to be the best version of myself every day and be what my team needs me to be. Definitely put out confidence into everyone. I know there's a lot of emotions going into the new conference, but as long as I stay calm and composed and just give that to everyone else, I think we're in a good route.
Let's talk about the new conference. So, there's a lot of teams from all over the place in this. It's the first year of the Big 12 having women's lacrosse. How excited are you for these new opportunities?
I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to get the opportunity to play against new teams and travel all across the country. There's lots of emotions, like I said, going into this. This is the year that we set the expectations for ourselves, and I thought that was really powerful because I've been a part of a program before where they told us that it was a rebuilding year and, we had nothing to lose, and I just thought that was where's the faith in that? And I feel like our coaches this year, 10 toes down, behind us, and they have all the faith in the world in us, and we're just ready to go out there and make a statement.
What's the biggest goal for you guys this year?
Win conference and make it to the NCAA tournament. So I hope that's what happens. I mean, we've been putting in the work. We do the work every day, and I think as long as we keep doing that, we'll get there.
Bengals have very high expectations, especially with a healthy Joe Burrow. How high are they, Ian, and what do you expect from this Bengals team?
I think any team in the NFL has high expectations when they have the quarterback position locked down. That's how it works. That's how this league is set up.
Ohio State, you were there for a couple of years. You had guys like Travion Henderson, Mayan Williams, some other guys in front. What did you learn from that talented group up there?
Yeah, just how to be a pro, man. Everything up there, is based on getting to the next level. So, you build great habits, being around those guys. So just taking those habits from being up there with them and continuing to do what I do down here and help teach some of these younger guys those habits as well.
Is there a player in the National Football League that you model some parts of your game after?
Yeah, Alvin Kamara for sure. I think I might be a little faster than him, but I model my game after him for sure. Just try to be, as fluid and smooth as I can in everything that I do on the field.